close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Lined into left field for a base hit. Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run. The throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Friday morning from Trapper Field in Jamestown. This is day number 2 of the 2024 North Dakota Softball Class B State Tournament. I'm Chase Miller with you here, and welcome to our contest today featuring the first of 4 games. The first 2 games will be Consolation Semifinals. The next 2 will be Semifinals. We'll have all 4 of them for you right here on yourliveevent.com. And this is our pregame show brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway as well. Thompson will be the visitors here in this contest against Renville County. Taking a look at the bracket from what happened yesterday. A 13-2 win for Central Cass over Renville County in 5 innings. The Squirrels scored 9 runs in the bottom of the 4th when the rain was really coming down, and Ginger Savicle just couldn't get a real grip on the softball in that particular contest as Central Cass advanced with the win. The Beulah Miners with a 2-1 win over the Thompson Tommies. Thompson lone RBI came by a triple by Cindy Lyson, which plated Cindy Schwabe, while for the Beulah Miners, Addison Dale Geiger was absolutely sensational in the circle. 13 strikeouts over 7 innings of work. The number 1 seed for the first time ever went down in the quarterfinals since this has been sanctioned back in 2012. Velva Drake Anamoose with the upset win over Mayport CG. 2-1. Sienna Clemens with a complete game win and a 2 RBI triple in her own cause for the Aggies. Then Kindred Richland in the 4-5 matchup defeated Delax, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark, even though they committed 7 errors. A 9-6 win for Kindred Richland, 3 RBIs by Avery Emmerman. So today our matchups will look like this. Renville County against Thompson. Mayport CG against Delax, Burlington about a half hour after this game concludes, around the 1 o'clock-ish hour. At 4 o'clock it'll be Central Cass and Beulah, and that will be our first of 2 semis with the nightcap at around 6 o'clock featuring Velva Drake Anamoose and Kindred Richland. This is our pregame show. Still to come after this. We'll get to the starting lineups. We'll hear from both coaches, but first when we come back, let you know what happened out west in the Class A state softball tournament, and also what's happening later today at Jack Brown Stadium as well. This is the state softball tournament pregame show here from Jamestown on yourliveevent.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to all the teams in the state softball tournament, and good luck to the Region 2 champ, Mayport CG Patriots, from the Mayport CG Booster Club.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line salad bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976. As we continue here on our pregame show, as we alluded to, let's recap what happened yesterday at the state baseball tournament over at Jack Brown Stadium. Thompson with a 14-0 win over Surrey in 5.
you had New Rockford Cheyenne in extra innings defeating Delax Burlington 3-2. So the Black Sox will be playing Thompson later today at 4:30. We'll have that for you for state audio only baseball coverage later today here in Jamestown. Bottom half of the baseball bracket featured the number 3 seed, or the 2 seed that is, Central Cass with a 3-1 win over Washburn Wilton Center Stanton, and then the Grafton Spoilers with a 10-1 win over Botno. So the second semifinal that we'll have later today around 7 o'clock in Jamestown for baseball will be Central Cass and the Grafton Spoilers. Taking a look at what happened out west in the state softball tournament, it was nearly a clean sweep for the WDA. Bismarck High with a 15-5 win over Fargo North. Minot High down Red River by 7-5. West Fargo, the lone team from the east, with a win at 10-9, and then Dickinson upended Cheyenne 14-4. So for the state semifinals in Dickinson later today, Bismarck High, Minot, and then you'll have West Fargo and Dickinson. So that, again, is a look at what's happening across the state of North Dakota. In this matchup here between Renville County and Thompson, they have yet to meet here this season between the two clubs. For Thompson, 17 wins and 9 losses on the year, while for Renville County with a mark of 19-4. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Taking a look at last year, Renville County lost as the number 2 seed to these Thompson Tommies 8-1. That was the last matchup, and that was in the state quarterfinals in Minot. Renville County eventually finished 5th place at state, trying to do that here this season as well. While for the Thompson Tommies last year, made it all the way to the state championship game before they fell to the Beulah Miners. So that's a little bit of the history between these two clubs. When we come back after this, we'll get to our coaches' conversation. And this is our pregame show brought to you in part by the Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo. Friday night races start at 7, and check out the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars on August the 24th with Donnie Schatz and the crew coming into West Fargo. For more information, go to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. That again is RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. We come back after this. We'll hear from both head coaches, Garrett Wable from Renville County and Matt Chandler of the Thompson Tommies, before we get to our starting lineups and the opening pitch here today. It's day 2 of the state softball tournament on your liveevent.com.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits, including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
As we continue on our pregame show here today, this interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. It's Renville County going up against Thompson. Joining us from Renville County, he is the head coach. That is Garrett Wable here. And Garrett, funny how 24 hours in North Dakota obviously makes for weather. And yesterday we weren't sure if the game was going to start on time or how that rain was going to come on through. Second and third inning, you had to play through some rain. Today it's picture perfect. But just recap the Central Cass game from your perspective yesterday, and what do you hope to bring to the table today against Thompson?
Yeah, up until the 4th inning, we were right in it. I believe it was 4-0 before it really started raining hard, and our girls were there and ready to go, and we just were unfortunate with some weather issues, and Central Cass is a great team. So, they took advantage of everything they got, and we had some opportunities to get out of that inning, and we didn't capitalize. So
As you go from there, obviously a lot of people are going to talk about Ginger Savico, and rightfully so, from what she's brought to this program. But outside of the obvious in terms of her ability, at the plate, her ability on the mound, what does Ginger provide to this year's club and to the program?
Her leadership. She's a definition of a servant leader. She gives everything she has for everybody else. She tries to pick everybody up. Even yesterday, dealing with that adversity, you really couldn't tell on her face. She held it together, held her composure, and that's something we're going to definitely miss next year.
As you see Addie Mock, what's something that you've liked from her from a leadoff spot, but also defensively? We saw it a couple times yesterday, nearly throwing runners out on the base pass for a Central Cass. What does she provide to this year's club?
Yeah, it's a little different in terms of leadership styles between her and Ginger. She's a little less vocal, but again, she leads by example, and her actions show that. She's going to be one. She's been starting right fielder since she was a freshman for us, so she's going to be deeply missed. Yeah, but we got two more here though. So
as you go through Thompson here today, what presents it a challenge, and what do you want to see from your club to try to get to that fifth place game tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, Coach Chandler has his girls ready to go every single game. It seems like last year we played them in midseason madness, got them there, and then dropped the opening round to them at the state tournament. They can hit the ball, and they play really good defense, and they're going to be ready to go. But I think our girls have been dialed in for this one, so it's going to be exciting.
Coach Wable, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck here today against the Tommies.
Thank you.
We'll continue on our pregame show after this here from Jamestown.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All VersaMax and CargoMax trailers at summer sale prices. Plus, you get up to an additional $250 rebate on CargoMax trailers. Bloomfield Enterprise has the 10.5, 12.5, and 14.5 VersaMax trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on VersaMax and CargoMax trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
As we continue here on our pregame show, this interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. It's the Renville County Mavericks going up against the Thompson Tommies. Joining us now from Thompson, he's the head coach. That is Matt Chandler here for day 2 of the state softball tournament. And Matt, you know what? Those middle games yesterday, a pair of 2-1 contests, and you were one of those. You had opportunities. Obviously, Adele Geiger found ways to get strikeouts when she needed to for Beulah. But what did you see from your team in game number 1, which, quite frankly, obviously, as you know, you could have been on the winning side of things, and a really good quality 7 innings as well from Cindy in the circle?
Yeah, the kids left it all out on the field. That's all you can ask. And disappointed in the score, but not in their effort, not in the way they approached the game. Left some runners in scoring position. Kids would like to have some at-bats back, but that's the way it goes. You can't have those back, and it's a good learning experience for our younger kids. But tip your hat to Addie Dale Geiger. She's tougher than heck, and she kept us off balance with her off speed, and she throws hard enough where she was blowing it by some kids. And it's unfortunate, but today's a new day and ready to get back to work.
Someone who had a really nice game, literally maybe robbing extra bases, maybe and even a home run in left, and then just a beautiful drag bunt up the first base line with Claire Cullen. How have you seen her develop this season on the diamond?
She's only a sophomore, and I talk to her about it all the time. She's turned herself into a phenomenal defensive outfielder. Offensively, she's made huge strides, but she puts the ball in play. She has turned herself into a really good bunter, and that one yesterday was quite impressive.
And then, speaking of some youth, Cindy Eliason here with that big RBI when you needed to kind of get the lid off, if you will. What have you seen from her in her maturation so far this season?
Confidence. You can tell some days when she doesn't have it and when she does have it, but she's tougher than heck, and she dug herself a hole in that at bat. I talked to her after. She said something about the hit, and I said, what about that swing on the changeup? And she just laughed. And But she's young, another freshman that can really swing it and play for us, and she's going to have a nice career.
Final thing for you, Matt, here, Renville County, obviously Ginger Savacool has been around for, it feels like, for a decade, probably, to some softball coaches here. What do you expect against the Mavericks here later today?
Tougher than heck. I mean, UND commit, she throws hard, keeps you off balance. We've seen her a couple times over the years. So we'll have the girls ready to go.
Hey, Matt, good to see you. Best of luck here today in day number 2 of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
That again, Coach Matt Chandler here for the Thompson Tommies. Will continue after this on yourliveevent.com.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Again, those interviews brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. That, again, is dhbanknd.com. So you heard from both the coaches. The umpires are coming out. The lineups will be exchanged. It's now time to get to our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower-owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. That's crystalsugar.com. Thompson will be the visitors on the scoreboard here in game number 2 against the Renville County Mavericks, with both teams being unseeded. It was literally a flip of a coin to determine who is going to be the home and the away team. Thompson will be the away team here today, head coach by Matt Chandler. Here's how their starting 9 will look this morning. Maya Workin, the sophomore second baseman, will be batting leadoff. Drew Schwab, the senior pitcher, in the circle here for game number 2 with Kaya Hurst, the sophomore shortstop, batting third. Batting cleanup is the center fielder. That's Cindy Schwabe, the senior. Marley Kurtz, the senior third baseman, will be batting 5th, with Fiona Hendrickson, the sophomore catcher, behind the plate, batting 6th. Cindy Liasson with the RBI triple yesterday, the freshman designated player, will be batting 7th. Claire Calling, the sophomore left fielder, batting 8th. And Andy Schwab, the freshman right fielder, will be batting 9th. In the flex position, the sophomore first baseman is Abby Olson. So again, working with Drew Schwab, Hurst, Schwabe, Kurtz, Hendrickson, Liasson, Calling, and Andy Schwab here for the Thompson Tommies. As we turn our attention now towards Renville County, the Mavericks will be going like this for their American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Addison Mock, a senior right fielder, batting leadoff. Taya Offort, the sophomore third baseman, batting second. Ginger Savacool, the senior pitcher, batting third. Marley Henry behind the plate, the sophomore catcher, in the cleanup spot. Carson Lautenschlager, the junior center fielder, batting 5th. Olivia Ogard, the freshman left fielder, will be 6th. Jordan Moberg, the junior first baseman, 7th. Nevaeh Jutinen, the junior shortstop, batting 8th. Macy Byron's the freshman designated player, batting 9th. And then you have Brooke Zimmer in the flex spot, the sophomore second baseman. So Mock, Offor, Savacool, Henry, Lautenschlager, Ogard, Moberg, Jutinen, Byron, and Byron's and Zimmer here for Renville County. The Mavericks head coach here on the season, that is Garrett Wable. Again, that's our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life with grower-owned products. Again, go to crystalsugar.com. That's crystalsugar.com. This is part of our Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway pregame show. Currently in Jamestown, about 64 degrees. There is a little bit of wind blowing in from the right field at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. A little bit of overcast skies here today for this one. The winner of this game will play in the Consolation Championship tomorrow. The loser of this game will play for 7th place at 10 o'clock in the morning. So again, winner of this will play roughly at around noon tomorrow. The loser of this game will play at about 10 o'clock. After this, we will have Mayport CG and Delax Burlington at around 1 here this afternoon. Semi-features will feature the Central Cass Squirrels and the Beulah Miners at 4, and then the nightcap at around 3 will feature Kindred Richland and Velva Drake Animus. We will continue to follow Central Cass Thompson, Mayport CG, and Kindred Richland throughout the entirety of this tournament. The same on the baseball side, where we will continue to follow Central Cass Thompson and the Cheyenne New Rockford Black Sox. For the Thompson Tommies, wearing their green tops with their black pants with the white numerals, with the Thompson Tommy logo in the front. For the Renville County Mavericks, they'll be wearing their gold tops, the white pants, with the blue numerals and lettering outlined in white here today for Renville County. So game number 1 of 4, game number 5 of the tournament. For Thompson, 17 wins and 9 losses on the season. Well, for Renville County, they sit at 19-4, and these two teams have met recently at state, including last year, where Thompson defeated Renville County by a final of 8-1 in Minot, as Thompson was an unseeded team. Renville County was the 2 seed last season. Both of them here this year going as unseeded teams. That does it for our pregame show. Again, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. Check out the races in Ada, the World of Outlaw Late Models, on June the 29th. And for a complete race schedule, go to normancountyraceway.com. That's normancountyraceway.com, or just find your tickets there as well. That does it for our pregame show. When we come back after this, we'll get to the first pitch between Thompson and Renville County. Winner plays for the Consolation Championship tomorrow afternoon. Loser will play for 7th again at 10 o'clock. The lineups are done here today at Trapper Field in Jamestown. As we come back, we'll get to the first pitch here between the Mavericks and the Tommies. This is the State 2024 Softball Tournament on YourLiveEvent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Designing places of lasting value and beauty, Hepper Olson Architects of Buxton continues to be a leader in small town skylines. No project is off the table, as they've completed buildings for commercial businesses, educational and medical facilities, public spaces, religious centers, and even residential properties. From start to finish, Bobby and her team will help your visions become reality. Hepper Olson Architects of Buxton, 701-841-1000 and hepperolson.com. Best of luck to the regional athletes in your spring sports tournaments.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Pearly Community Co-op has been serving the area producers with exceptional service and quality products since 1933. Schedule your vehicle in the shop for tires, oil changes, and small repair services, delivering premium Senex Farm fuels and lubricants direct to your locations. Call Rob for your farm fuel and bulk oil, as well as transport load and contract pricing. 218-861-6561. Pearly Community Co-op, locally owned and serving you since 1933. Call 218-861-6561.
As we get you ready for game number 5 at 12 here from the state softball tournament. We've had all of them for you yesterday. We'll have all of them for you here today, and we'll see what happens for tomorrow, barring the outcomes here of Thompson alongside with Mayport CG, Central Cass, and Kindred Ridgeline. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're broadcasting from the broadcast booth, brought to you in part by the Prairie Inn Restaurant of Carrington. Check on out from breakfast, lunch, and supper, or whether you call it breakfast, dinner, and supper, they got you covered. The Prairie Inn with their salad line, and take a bite from those delicious pies as well for dessert. Located by the roundabout in Carrington, that's the Prairie Inn Restaurant. It's Renville County and Thompson as we get this contest underway in the Consolation Semifinals. Ginger Savacool, the University of North Dakota commit in the circle, going up against Maya Workin. First pitch will be out of the zone, and first pitch is at 10:55 here in this Consolation semifinal is officially underway. Workin, the sophomore second baseman, followed by Drew Schwab, then Kaya Hurst here again batting in the top third of the lineup for head coach Matt Chandler, as this will miss low at 2-0. Savacool had a tough time against Central Cass in the fourth inning where the rain started opening up here and just couldn't really get a grip on the softball yesterday against Central Cass, where she had a lot of wild pitches, pass balls, and walks. And this one will miss up in the zone as well, now 3-0. Going back to that contest, Savacool, 4 innings of work. She gave up just 7 hits but had 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. And behind her for Renville County, they had committed 5 errors as well yesterday. It's a 4-pitch walk here for Maya. The Thompson Tommies able to get on a base runner on. This is what they did really well against Beulah yesterday. They got runners on, but they just couldn't drive them in. They'll try to change that here for game number 2 of the state softball tournament. Drew Schwab looking to bunt. Nice bunt that Stetton. There's offer at the third baseman. Goes across in time to the second baseman, Zimmer. And that'll go 5-4 on the putout. Good sacrifice bunt. 1 runner now in scoring position with an out. Moberg again at first base here for Renville County. Zimmer, as we alluded to, at second. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike to Kaya Hurst. It's 0-1. Jutinen stands at shortstop with Offworth at third. Henry's behind the plate. Left to right in the outfield is Odegaard, Lautenschlager in center, and Mock in right. Here's the 0-1 offering to Kaya. Hurst pops this one up. Henry able to make a diving catch in foul territory for the pop-up, and there's 2 down. Nice looking play, kind of like your fireworks display that you want this season. If you want a nice display of fireworks, check them out. Just in Hillsboro, that is the Great Plains Fireworks, just off the frontage road from I-29 in Hillsboro, making sensational plays just like we saw there from Henry behind the plate. So Hurst is retired on 2 pitches. It's now Sydney Schwabe here for the Tommies. Schwabe will see this one in there for a strike at 0-1 as Savacool's trying to get out of the inning here unscathed for Renville County. For the Thompson Tommies, you put one in the outfield here if you're Schwabe, trying to take a 1-0 lead here for Thompson. 0-1 pitch is fouled back to netting. It's now 0-2. After the conclusion of this game, we'll have our second game of the Consolation semifinals with Mayport CG and alongside Delac Burlington, Lewis and Clark here on YourLiveEvent.com for our audio-only coverage. Here's the 0-2 offering from Savacool. I'll miss out of the zone now 1-2. Henry, a lefty behind the plate in terms of throwing as a catcher. So we're going to try to go to third base on a steal. She's kind of got that as the advantage with the lefty to throw behind a right-handed batter. Here's the 1-2 offering. That'll miss now 2-2. So good job by Schwabe not chasing 2 pitches. Works the count even. Runner at second base again is Maya Workin after the walk and the Drew Schwab sacrifice bunt. The 2-2 here from Savacool. Strike 3 at the knee, looking, and Savacool gets out of the inning. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played a half inning here today in Jamestown. It's Thompson scoreless with Renville County coming to the plates.
Red River Valley Speedway. Every Friday night you're gonna feel all right. Your destination. solution for family fun.
Get ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. This week is Military Appreciation Night, First Responders Night, and the IMCA Sprint Car Meet and Greet. Stay after the races for fireworks. Sponsored by Star Fireworks, Stutzman Harley-Davidson, M&J Brand Saloon, Thunder Country, FM Drain Cleaning and Services, and Leinenkugels. For details, log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Renville County, Addison Mock, Taya Offworth, and then Ginger Savacool here. First pitch is fouled by Drew Schwab in the circle. And that's the top of the lineup here for Renville County. Hendrickson behind the plate. Drew Schwab taking the start here today for the Tommies. After Cindy Schwabe went the complete game against the Beulah Miners. This one will miss. Now 1-1. Collins in left field. Schwabe's in center. And then Andy Schwab is in right, as this is going to be fouled. Now 1-2. Kurtz is at third base with Hurst at short. Working at second. Olson stands at first. And Hendrickson, as we alluded to, is behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Off speed, popped up, playable for the second baseman. Workin takes a couple of steps over into short right field, and there's 1 down. Taya Offworth now here for Renville County. As here in this particular matchup with the Mavericks and the Tommies here. Renville County out of Region 3, Thompson out of Region 2. First pitch is popped up, and it goes right to Drew Schwab. Takes a couple steps to her right out of the circle, and Taya Offworth is retired on 1 pitch on the pop-out. As now you have Ginger Savacool here. She had a ringing double for the Mavericks yesterday in their loss against Central Cass early in the first inning down the left field line, and she will sky this one. That'll go right to center. Schwabe has to take a few steps in, and that is a nice tidy inning on 5 pitches. There's 3 outs to retire this side. We played 1 here today in Jamestown, scoreless on YourLiveEvent.com.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
For the Tommies to the plate here will be their 5, 6, and 7 batters of Marley Kurtz, Fiona Hendrickson, and Cindy Liason here for the Thompson Tommies. Going up against Ginger Savacool, who had a leadoff walk but able to strand the runner at second base her last time up. So for Thompson here, trying to do what they did against the Beulah Miners as well the first couple times against Edison Delgeiger. Thompson left 8 runners on base. They left at least a runner on in every inning outside of the second. And Thompson left a runner on here right off the bat here in the first, as you will now have Marley Kurtz again coming up to the plate for Thompson. Righty-righty matchup here, the senior third baseman against the senior in Savacool in the circle. This will miss low for a ball at 1-0. A walk, sacrifice bunt, a pop-out, and then a strikeout here for Savacool in the first. As Ginger looks behind the plate to her battering ram with Henry there. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike. Good spot, outer part of the zone at 1-1. So Timberwolves fell last night, so the run for the Timberwolves comes up short as it did 20 years ago in the Western Conference Finals after the Mavericks play the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. As this one is fouled, now 1-2. As it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, so now it's all the Minnesota Twins in terms of professional sports, the Lynx, and then you get ready for Vikings football in a couple weeks from the Minnesota professional sports world. Here's the 1-2 offering. Off-speed pitch just went a little out of Savacool's hands. We'll make it now 2-2. So work and draw a walk, a 2 ball, 2 strike count to Schwabe, and now here's a 2-2 offering to Kurtz. That'll be out of the zone of Henry. Off her glove, now 3-2. So our first full counts of the day here for Savacool in the circle. And then a picturesque kind of a day here. Winds blowing in a little bit from right field. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Savacool gets her second consecutive strikeout. And there's one down as now Fiona Hendrickson, the sophomore catcher, will step up to the plates. The 6-foot-high chain link fence walls both down the left and all the way through the center field side. One down here as Savacool will miss this one low to the sophomore. As Hendrickson sees this one now working ahead in the count 1-0. Jack Brown Stadium for those coming today and tomorrow to watch some state softball and baseball. Just a stone's throw away here from Trapper Field. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll miss. Now 2-0. Nate Solis and the Thompson Tommies will be going up against the Cheyenne New Rockford Black Sox later today at 4:30 is a scheduled time from Jack Brown Stadium. We'll have that for you for our audio-only broadcast here on yourliveevent.com later this afternoon. The 2-0 pitch in there for a strike at 2-1. So as Thompson has done consistently over the years, bringing both their softball and baseball teams to a state tournament here. Here's the 2-1 offering from Savacool. That'll miss low. One thing that Thompson's done, they're not chasing pitches so far here against Savacool, working the counts through their first 6 batters. And Savacool falls behind again, another Thompson batter here at 3-1. 3-1, this one will be foul, and we'll have another 3-2 pitch upcoming. Savacool threw a ton of pitches in that 4th inning against Central Cass, where the Squirrels were able to bat around, and eventually in that inning, they sent 15 batters to the plate as this one will go foul. A lot different weather conditions here today for Renville County to play under. Not having to worry about any potential rain showers. Got some clouds rolling on through, but for the most part, about as good of a day as you could ask for it, hanging outdoors, watching some softball and baseball in Jamestown. The 3-2 pitch, that'll be a take your base here for Fiona. So good at bat there by the sophomore, and the Tommies for the second consecutive inning have a runner on. We'll see if we have a courtesy runner coming here for Coach Matt Chandler. And we will. As will be Gemmel will come on here and courtesy run at first base. So Layla will be coming on here as Fiona will check out, as we see for a lot of catchers and pitchers. As we'll have a courtesy runner coming on at first base. As Cindy Lyson, the freshman designated player, digs in now for Thompson. And she had that RBI triple for the Tommies against the Beulah Miners yesterday. This one will miss. It'll be 1-0. Talking about a freshman there with Cindy Lyson with the pregame show with Matt Chandler. The biggest words that he talks about, doesn't matter freshman or sophomore underclassmen who get opportunities at the varsity level, just continue to build confidence, whether you're in the outfield or at the plate. This is a 3-hopper that'll be bobbled by Jutinen. Jutinen can't field it there at shortstop. It's going to be an E6 on the play. Gemmel makes her way to second. Lyson's able to climb aboard, and the Tommies will have runners at first and second. Took a couple of hops there. By the time it came through, Jutinen just saw her hit the heel of her glove. Good running there by Gemmel to beat the throw eventually then to Zimmer at second. Claire Calling had a perfectly executed drag bunt up the first base line against the Beulah Miners and took an extra base hit, if not possibly a home run hit away from Christensen in left yesterday as well in the first inning. Savacool delivers a strike. It's 0-1 here to the sophomore left fielder. Here's the 0-1 offering. That'll miss inside. Now 1-1. Thompson sent 4 batters to the plate in the first. This is their 4th batter to the plate here in the top of the second. Gemmel at second. Lyson stands at first. Here's the 1-1 to Calling. This will be hit on the ground, right back up the middle, and that's a C&I single. Rounding third, here comes Gemmel. The throw from Lautenschlager, not going to be in time. It's an RBI single for Claire Calling, and the Thompson Tommies take the first lead of the contest. So Calling able to get a C&I single right underneath the glove of Savacool. And for Thompson, they get the first run of the game here, and they'll be playing with the lead at 1-0. As this will be in there for a strike to Andy Schwab, the freshman right fielder. Lyson stands at second. Colleen stands now at first. Here's the 0-1 on the way from Savacool. Reiser, chased there by Andy, will now be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on the way here for Savacool. This will be hit on the ground, but it will be a foul ball as it hit Andy as she was in the batter's box here. So we'll do it all over again. Otherwise, it would have worked nearly as a sacrifice bunt as that ball was hit right to Savacool here, and Savacool was going to the first baseman to try to get the out. Instead, we'll do 0-2 all over again. And pitch number 4 at the at-bat here for Andy Schwab. 0-2. Henry. We'll see this on the strikeout, unable to complete it, but the bases at first and second were occupied, so Andy Schwab will be retired, but Thompson still gains an extra 60 feet after it goes off of Henry's glove. So Eliason will go to third base. Colin will go to second, essentially on the pass ball there. Andy Schwab strikes out. Savacool gets her third strikeout of the contest, but now with runners in scoring position. Maya Warkin drew a 4-pitch walk her last time up. She's seen 5 pitches and all out of the zone here against Savacool so far on this Friday morning. Lyson at third, Collins at second here. Warkin trying to see if she can put one in the outfield grass somewhere in plate 2. 1-0 pitch in there at the knee. Now 1-1. Drew Schwab due up next if Warkin can find a way to get aboard. For Renville County, bottom of the second, they'll be sending their 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate with the catcher Henry batting leadoff. 1-1. That'll be up now 2-1. So Goods heads up base running again by Lyson and Calling to see that one go off the glove of Henry as they completed the strikeout to gain second and third. We'll see if that can prove dividends. The 2-1 going to be foul back. Now 2-2. Big part of the game right now if you're Thompson, trying to get a 2-out base, not keep the line moving here, put a bigger number up on that scoreboard here in the top half of the second. Savacool trying to minimize the damage here to just a run. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, and Savacool gets her 4th strikeout in the circle. There were no runs off of 1 hit. There was an error and 2 runners left on base. We played an inning and a half. It's Thompson 1, Renville County scoreless here on your liveevent.com.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
Bottom of the second inning we go. Drew Schwab again in the circle here for Thompson as Renville County will be sending Marley Henry, Carson Lonschlager, and Olivia Ogard to the plate here, the 4, 5, and 6 batters after there were 2 pop-outs and 1 flyout on 5 pitches to retire Renville County in the first. Thompson with their first lead of the state tournament here. They were trailing wire to wire against Beulah after Beulah scored a couple runs early. And if we've seen anything here at state, runs were hard to come by at particular times unless you kind of took advantage of a walk or possibly an error. Thompson did take an extra out there and took advantage of it as they get the first run of the contest. This will miss into the lefty Marley Henry here. That'll be inside for a ball, the sophomore catcher. The 1-0 will miss, now 2-0. 2-0. That'll miss, now 3-0. So Henry trying to get aboard here with a walk. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike, now 3-1. Henry trying to be a table setter here for Renville County. Bottom half of the second. The 3-1 pitch will be a 5-pitch walk. First runner of the game here for Renville County. As now you have Carson Lautenschlager, the junior center fielder, to the plate. And for Coach Wable here, we'll see what kind of play he puts on with the runner at first base for the first time today here for Renville County. Taking a strike, runner will stay put. It's now 0-1 here to Carson. As you have Workin and Hurst covering second base respectively, just in case Henry goes. This one will be hit up the third base line, but foul. That'll be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on the way here to Lautenschlager for Renville County. Olsen at first base, Kurtz at third, playing the line. This will be hit in the air. That's down the left field line, slicing, and that one's going to be in there, and it's a home run. That one hit down the left field line, just kept jooting out of the ballpark here for Lautenschlager. Got enough of the contact there that'll play Henry and Lautenschlager as a line drive hit as it kept going and going down the left field line. That one is out of the park, and it's a 2-run homer. And just like that, Renville County regains now the lead for the first time today here at 2-1, 2 batters in here in the second inning. So a 2-run homer on the way by Lautenschlager. Gives Thompson a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Olivia Ogard takes a ball, now 1-0, hits one on the ground. There's Workin. Workin unable to field that. It hit the lip of her glove on the heel there as she was making her way towards first base. She had to go deep in the hole at second, and getting aboard now will be Ogard. That would have been a tough play for Workin, but she did a good job keeping that one in the infield. And out for Renville County here, Jordan Moberg, the junior first baseman, to the plate. First pitch, this one will be a fair ball over the bag at third. Rounding second is going to be Ogard on her way, as that one will go underneath the fence in left field. There is a little stretch there where they're able to bring out the rake, if you will, for the inside of everything. So that one will go underneath, and that'll be a double. So a ground rule double, as you will see Ogard go to third. Moberg with the double here stands now at second. And you will have Nevaeh Jutnin, first pitch swinging. This one will go foul at 0-1. Renville County not wasting too many times here with Moberg, Ogard, and Jutnin all in order here after Lautenschlager hit that 2-run home run on a 0-2 pitch. And just like that, Renville County now has a 2-1 advantage. Off speed, that'll miss the zone at 1-1. Thompson will try to cut the runoff at home if they can, if it's in on the ground in the infield. 1-1 in there for a strike at the knee. Good pitch by Drew Schwab. It's now 1-2. There's the 1-2 offering. This will be foul, then we'll do it again. It's about the only part where we could talk about a ground rule double unless you get a softball that bounces over the 6-foot-high wall. Again, you have to hit it perfectly down that third base line. Well, they bring in some of the 1-2. This will come in and hit Jutnin in at the leg. And now you have a hit by pitch. And Coach Matt Chandler looks like he's going to come out and talk it over here in the circle. We'll break with them. Bases full of Mavericks with the number 9 batter, Macy, coming to the plate here on your LiveEvent.com.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to all the teams in the state softball tournament, and good luck to the Region 2 champ, Mayport CG Patriots, from the Mayport CG Booster Club.
Coming up here in the month of June and July will be the Red River Valley Fair. 3 weekends of fun beginning June the 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th. Hairball, Skillet, Sublime, Breaking Benjamin, Blake Shelton, and more. The Grandstand Entertainment. That's 3 weekends of fun at the Red River Valley Fair. For tickets and more information, go to redrivervalleyfair.com. So this will miss. Now to Macy Byron's here, the designated player. And now in for a strike for Drew Schwab, makes it 1-1. Jutnit stands at first, Moberg at second, and Ogard stands at third here for Renville County. This will be out of zone at 2-1. Two-one offering. Now 3-1. 3-1 will be swung on and miss. Now 3-2. Full count with nowhere to put the number 9 batter. Then Addison Mock on the on-deck circle for Renville County. 3-2 pitch will be a walk. And that'll draw a run in here for the Mavericks as they take now a 3-1 advantage. So coming in to score will be Ogard. Moberg will take third base. Jutning goes to second, and Byron's will stand at first. As this will miss now with Addison Mock at 1-0. As you have a 2-0 count upcoming here to the senior who popped out to Workin at second base to begin the at-bats for Renville County in the first. 2-0 pitch. That'll make it now 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes on the way here as Drew Schwab looks into Hendrickson. It'll hop the plates. It will be a 4-pitch walk here as you have Moberg coming in. Jutnan will go to third, Byron's to second, and Addison Mott gets the second consecutive bases loaded walk on the way. As Coach Chandler is going to come out and talk it over here with Drew Schwab one more time here in the inning. As Workin, and you have actually Cindy Schwabe coming in here, and Schwabe is going to be coming in, and we'll let you know about the defensive changes next year, as again the center fielder in Schwabe will be coming in the circle here for the Thompson Tommies next on your liveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
So a pitching change here with the bases loaded. Batter number 8 of the inning with Taya Offworth coming to the plate. So Cindy Schwabe will go from center field to the circle. Drew Schwab will go from the circle to second, and Workin will go from second to center field. Drew Schwab, an inning of work, 2 hits, 4 runs. She's still on the hook for all 3 batters at the first, second, and third. The 3 runners, 4 walks, and no strikeouts. Cindy Schwabe here for the Thompson Tommies. Complete game, pitched awfully well. The complete game loss against the Beulah Miners. 4 hits, 2 runs, both were earned, 4 walks, and a strikeout against Beulah. As now Taya Offworth will take a strike, make it 0-1. So right now for Thompson, trying to minimize the damage as best as you can. Down by 3 here in the second. That's going to be foul back now, 0-2. A walk, a 2-run homer hit down the left field line by Lautenschlager. An error, a double, hit by pitch, walk and walk so far here for Renville County at the plate. As you have Schwabe. This will be hit down the third base line in foul territory over the glove of Kurtz. And we'll keep it again at 0-2. Good hustle there by Kurtz and Hurst, chasing after that softball. And getting ahead in the count again, no balls and 2 strikes here is Cindy Schwabe. So you will have Taya Offworth here for Renville County. Digging back in here for the Mavericks. The 0-2. I'll be out of the zone. Little rise now 1-2. For Thompson, top half of the third inning, they will be sending their 2, 3, and 4 batters with Drew Schwab batting it. Lead off in the third as this one is popped up. That'll be an infield fly and caught by Schwabe. And Offworth is retired here on 5 pitches, as now you have Ginger Savacool. Savacool flew out to Schwabe her last time up in the first inning to finish off the bottom half of the first. Base is still full here of Mavericks. First pitch swinging, swung on and missed. It's now 0-1. Third base is Jooten in. Byron stands at second, and Mock is at first here for the Mavericks. Off speed. This one will go foul and out of play. Now 0-2. And for Sydney Schwabe, 2 batters that she's faced, able to get ahead in the count against the Mavericks here. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2, that'll miss. As now it's 1-2, that one in the dirt. Good job by Hendrickson blocking that. The 1-2 pitch going to be hit on the ground. That's a foul ball. That was close, given another maybe foot. It possibly could have hit the base runner there, and Jutinen. Have another foot on top of that. That would have been dangerous there for Kurtz at third base to try to glove it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the way to Savacool. That'll miss. Now 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Savacool hits one foul up the third baseline again, and we'll keep it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle going here between the pitcher Savacool and now the pitcher with Cindy Schwabe. Here's the 2-2 offering. Off speed, Savacool got enough of that. It's now going to be 2-2 all over again as Schwabe changing up. That particular pitch, Savacool able to get enough of it to not strike out. The 2-2 again. This is going to be hit in the air. That's to center field. Warkin coming in, able to glove it. Warkin's throw is going to be in time for the double play. What a play by Warkin in center field as she guns down Jutinen. Hendrickson with the tag, and that is a twin killing. The 8-2 double play. That is a sparkling play brought to you in part by Great Plains Fireworks in Hillsboro, with 2 down here to minimize the damage to 3 runs. That sparkling play again brought to you in part by Great Plains Fireworks. If you want to have a 4th of July celebration display just like we saw in that double play, head on over to Great Plains Fireworks in Hillsboro. We enter the third after this.
Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner west is there for the dig backs at Boganry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
What makes that play even more impressive is Warkin started at second base, so her first opportunity at center field came in, able to glove it, and absolutely threw a rope to Hendrickson, who applied the tag. Out at home was Jutinen, and that is one of the best plays we've seen here so far in this tournament. We saw Calling with a nice grab in left field to rob an extra base hit from Christensen, and that was a nice twin killing there. Working on the double play, and we'll see if Thompson can take that with them here to the top of the third inning. But for the first time today, they will be trailing against Renville County here at 3 to make that 4-1. So quite truthfully, it could have been a particular bigger inning for Renville County. But for Thompson, we'll see how large that can be if they can keep the Mavericks here to just 4 runs. As Drew Schwab, Hurst, and Schwabe here to start things off in the third. 0-1 on the way now to the second baseman in Schwab. Make it now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here as the Tommies able to score a run this second. They've left 3 runners on so far. No balls, 2 strikes with Savacool. This is going to be popped up in the air. The shortstop, Jutinen, takes a couple of steps in front of second, and there's 1 down. Now Kaya Hurst 0 for 1 in the contest as she got jammed, hit one up the first baseline foul, and Hurst made a really nice play about 20 feet from home plate in foul territory to glove it on the dive. Here's the pitch by Savakul. Hurst swung on and missed. Now 0-1 in a contest that got underway here a little over a half hour ago. Here's the 0-1 offering. Off speed. This one will be out of the zone now. 1-1. Good take there by Kaya. Savakul, we've seen her so far today mix the off-speed pitch at particular times, that drop ball change. And we'll use that rise ball to try to come up and in on batters. Here's the 1-1. Just like that, able to come in on Hurst. Now 1-2. So you go all down and away, then you come in, middle part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the number 3 batter here for Matt Chandler. Here's the 1-2. Foul tipped into the glove of Henry, and Savakul gets her 5th strikeout, and there's 2 down. Cindy Schwabe will step in. Struck out looking her last time up now for the senior pitcher here for Thompson. Here's the pitch. That'll miss for a ball now at 1-0. Coming up, we'll get to our in-game update, brought to you in part by the Hillsboro EDC. 1 ball, no strikes on the way. Here to Schwabe. Schwabe looking to bunt, hits one up the third baseline on the bunt, off or fields it, but this won't be in time. We're going to give Schwabe the infield single on that one. I think even with a good play from Offworth to Moberg over at first, that Schwabe would have been able to beat it out. We'll see what they give it officially here. Regardless, Offworth able to field it. Moberg unable to stay at first base as that throw kind of took her off, but Schwabe would have made it close regardless. And now Schwabe trying to get into scoring position here, as she will slide in safely into second. As Marley Kurtz, the senior third baseman, now has a 0-1 count. As Thompson gets a runner in scoring position for the 3rd consecutive inning. Here's the 0-1 offering. Popped up, and this one will go out of play now. 0-2. Where you can kind of buy your T-shirts and sweatshirts and everything from State Softball, as they have that tent out here today here at Trapper Field. No balls, 2 strikes here for Savakul. 0-2 swung on a miss, and that'll be the 2nd strikeout of the inning. The 6th of the game for Savakul, and the Thompson Tommies are retired here in the top of the 3rd. There was no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. It's Renville County 4, Thompson 1 on your liveevent.com.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line Salad Bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976.
As we come back, let's get to our in-game update, again brought to you in part by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. Hillsboro has great jobs, schools, business, and more. If you're looking for lots available to build your dream house, they got those as well. There's more at exit 104 on I-29. That's your Hillsboro in-game update here for the Thompson Tommies. So far, they have plated 1 run across off 2 hits. They have committed 1 error with 4 runners left on base. For Renville County, 4 runs, 2 hits. They've committed 1 error with 2 runners left on base, with Cindy Schwabe coming to the plate as Marley Henry. We'll follow this one off. That'll be 0-1. That is your in-game update box score here, brought to you in part by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. Renville County here, heart of the order. The 4, 5, and 6 batters. Schwabe will bounce this one here to Hendrickson behind the plate. Calling again in left field now with Workin in center, and Andy Schwab is in right. As this one's foul back at 1-2. Olson stands at first with Drew Schwab now at second. Hurst at short with Kurtz at third base, and Hendrickson behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the way here to Henry. 1-2 is Scott in the air. That'll go into short third, and Kurt's able to backhand that one for the out. And there's one down. Carson Lautenschlager here with the 2-run homer down the left field line to left. It just kept jetting out and out and a little farther out. Looked like a line drive extra base hit, and by the time it went over the wall, it ended up being a 2-run homer. And that is a big, vital part of this game so far, in which Renville County has a 3-run lead. This one will miss in. It's now 1-0. 1-0, now 2-0 upcoming here. 2-0 pitch, fouled into the netting. Now it's going to be 2-1. Thompson, 1 run. That came in the second. They held the lead 1-0. Then Renville County put 4 up immediately on the bottom half of the second. So swung up and missed. Now 2-2. Renville County, Region 3. Thompson, Region 2 here. The 2-2 pitch will make it now 3-2. Full count on the way here to the junior center fielder. Schwabe so far, an inning and a third of work. The 3-2, this one could be in the field of play, and nearly a catch there by Hendrickson. She had to come all the way back to the backstop, go on to the netting here. Nearly made that one. That ball just got far enough away from the glove of Hendrickson there, but not for a lack of effort behind the plates. And we'll have the 3-2 all over again. 3-2 pitch is going to be lined in the air to left. Calling will come in and play it. Rounding first will be Lautenschlager, still stay there. And Carson is aboard, and Cindy Schwabe has given up her first hit in relief here for Thompson. Olivia Olgard here reached base via an error with a run scored her last time up in the second. One down with a runner on here for Renville County, bottom half of the third inning. It's the lefty and the left fielder will take a ball here at 1-0. Renville County, for them, this is their 24th game of the season. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed. For Thompson, this is game number 27 of their campaign. Both teams will play again tomorrow, one at 10 in the morning. The other will play at noon. This is bunted, and this will be a foul ball. The ball just kind of hung as we're batting from the left-handed batter's box there, hit it into the right-handed batter's box, and you can just kind of see a little bit of the elevation dip, and once that went down a little mini crater, that ball wasn't moving. It's foul. Here's the 1-2. That'll be in the dirt. Runner stays put with Lautenschlager. It's now 2-2. Mayport CG, the Patriots will be going up against the Lakers of Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark next. 2-2 pitch is going to be hit, trying to backhand it there underneath the glove of Drew Schwab at second. And it's another single. Lautenschlager will make her way to second base. Olgard makes her way to first. And now Renville County has runners at first and second here with Jordan Moberg, the junior first baseman, with a double her last time up. Moberg with a double and a run scored so far here today in the number 7 spot for Renville County. This is going to be foul tipped. Now 0-1. Interviews throughout this particular tournament are brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. Able to speak with Matt Chandler and head coach Garrett Wable in the pregame show. Again, those interviews brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. 1 ball and 1 strike upcoming here. Off-speed pitch. Good pitch here by Sydney. Now 1-2. Now all of a sudden you throw that out there. You start getting the batter to think a little bit. You go back to the off-speed, or we'll see what Sydney does here. Swung on and missed, and Moberg is retired. Strikeout number 1 here for Schwabe in relief. That's 2 down now here in the third. And Nevaeh Jutinen with a hit-by pitch was stranded at second base, or was actually thrown out at home on the double play, as this one is going to get by Hendrickson. Runners will move up 60 feet. It will be 1-0. So again, Jutinen was thrown out at home by Working in center field her last time up to finish the second inning. 1 ball, no strikes. This will be hit down the left field line, but that'll be hooking into the batting cages here, and it will be foul. Now 1-1. Trapper Field, home of the Jamestown Blue Jays and the University of Jamestown Jimmies. Jimmy's will be playing Division II softball here in the near future. Jamestown in the WDA. Here's the 1-1. Popped. This will be caught. Nice play by Sydney Schwabe as she was hustling from the circle right down to the first base fair foul line, and that'll retire the side. There were no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left. We played 3 here from Jamestown. It's 4-1 Renville County with the Tommies coming to the plate.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
Top of the 4th inning coming up here for the Thompson Tommies. You'll have Fiona Hendrickson, Cindy Eliason, and then Claire Calling to the plate here. The 6, 7, and 8 batters for Thompson. Ginger Savakul so far in the circle, 3 innings of work, 2 hits. There's been 2 walks, 1 the first and the second, and she has 6 strikeouts. Struck out the side in the second inning via the outs, stranding as well 2 base runners. Thompson's been able to get a runner on in every inning. They've left 4 so far on the bases. Olgard is in left field. Ottenschlager in center with Mock in right. We'll get to the infield and behind the plate again for Renville County after this pitch to Fiona. Hendrickson worked the count full her last time up. Drew a walk, and then Gemmel came in to score on a courtesy run as this will miss in. It's now 1-0. Third base is off for it. Junin stands at short. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll run up now 2-0. Zimmer at second with Moberg at first, and then Henry behind the plate again here for Renville County. 2 balls, no strikes, the sophomore catcher. Savakul sees this one come back. It's now 2-1. Savakul will make her way from Renville County towards Grand Forks coming up in the fall, as she will be part of the University of North Dakota softball team. Here's the 2-1 offering. This is going to be popped up to play at 2-2. Taking a look to some of the Shield Softball All-Star Series. We will have that for you on yourliveevents.com coming up on Monday and Tuesday. This one will be off the glove of Henry. Henry will throw down to first. There's the stretch by Moberg in time to retire Hendrickson. 7th strikeout for Savakul, and there's 1 down. Take a look at the West All-Stars for Renville County. Ginger Savakul will be part of the Shield Softball All-Star Series. We'll have that for you on yourliveevent.com. Cindy Schwabe will also be partaking on that. 2 games will be from Thompson. 2 games again in Bismarck on Monday starting at 4:30. Skills competition, and then the 3rd game of the series in Castleton on Tuesday. Skills competition will be at 4 o'clock with game number 3 from Costfield in Castleton will be at 5:30. We'll have the Shield Softball All-Star Series again on yourliveevent.com. So Cindy Schwabe and Ginger Savakul both will be playing a little bit more softball at the high school ranks after this weekend. Cindy Eliason sees this one foul. It's now 1-1. Cindy able to reach base her last time up via an error and make it all the way to 3rd. Here's the 1-1 upcoming. Off speed, out of the zone now, 2-1 for Savakul. So for both of these teams, a chance to possibly see another region opponent in their last game of the season, as this one is fouled now 2-2. If both Renville County and DLB lose, for example, or both Thompson and Mayport CG win, or flip it either way, you'd see your region full then playing for a place contest tomorrow. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, and Savakul with 3 consecutive strikeouts. She's rung up 4 of the last 5 outs, or the last 4 outs here have been via the strikeout for Savakul. Claire Colleen with the RBI back in the second inning. That was able to plate Gemmel. And this one will go foul off the netting. Now 0-1. Take a look at Savacool here. On the last 8 batters that she's faced, 6 of them have been retired via the strikeout, a pop-out, and a single. Here's the 0-1 offering. That'll be all the way to the backstop now. 1-1 for Renville County. Bottom half of the 4th inning, they will be sending their 9-1 and 2 batters to the plate, with Macy Byrons to bat leadoff here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 1-1. That'll be sliced down the left field line, and that'll be a fair ball. Calling rounds first. She thought about possibly going, as now she will go to second base, so Calling will get into scoring position. So Calling rounded first, stopped for a second as Ogard got to the softball. Ogard then bobbled in. By the time she threw it, that was well into center field instead of to second base. So Calling eventually did get to second here, and a nice piece of hitting by the number 8 batter. 2 for 2 today here for the Tommies. Now it's to Andy Schwab here, the freshman right fielder. First pitch swinging. This one gets by Savacool to the shortstop. Jutinen not going to be in time. Thompson, first pitch swinging there by Andy. Took 2 hops, went off of Savacool, then to Jutinen. Couldn't get across in time to the first baseman Moberg. So now you have Calling at third base. Schwabe stands at first, and the tying run comes to plate here with Maya Warkin. Warkin 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout here today for Thompson. Warkin looking to bunt, will take this one back. The runner will scamper to second base here with Andy. It'll now be 1-0. We've seen that a lot in high school softball, particularly the catcher's not going to throw down to second to see if that runner then comes sprinting in. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll miss now 2-0, almost like a defensive indifference, especially at 2 outs. If you're Renville County, you're saying you can take the 60 feet. We trust Savacool to try to get out of the jam here and not allow anything to come across. Hitters count 2-0, fouled. This one will be now 2-1. 2 balls and a strike here with Colleen standing at third base. Sandy Schwab stands at second. Maya Warkin, 2 balls and a strike here with Savacool, who's gone 3 2/3 here today in the circle. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed, now 2-2. 5th batter here for the Tommies. They sent 4 to the plate in the first, 6 in the second, 4 in the third. Here's the payoff pitch from Savacool. 2-2 out of the zone now, 3-2, and for the second time, Warkin has worked a full count. And all 3 of her at-bats, she's at least had a 2-ball, 2-strike count here against Savacool. The payoff pitch. Be foul tipped, and this one will get all the home plate umpire. Not so much in the mask, but more in the body armor, which is why you wear that here. Henry will walk the ball back out to Savacool. And we'll have 3-2 all over again. As the home plate umpire gives a thumbs up to his crew here, letting him know that he's good to go. Umpires in that kind of teal blue top here today. Here's the 3-2 offering. That'll be a walk on the way for Warkin, and the tying run now on the base pass here. 3rd free pass for Savacool, and now it's to Drew Schwab. Schwab 0 for 1 today with a sacrifice bunt in the first. Popped out to Jutinen at shortstop her last time up. Bases full of Tommies here in the 4th. Savacool delivers a strike at the knee. It's now 0-1. As Drew will try to put something in the infield, outfield here and see if they can play to run. The 0-1, that'll miss out of the zone now, 1-1. Well, for Savacool, you're one good pitch, one good batter away from leaving the bases loaded here in the top half of the 4th. The 1-1. This will be hit in the air, and that one is going to die into right field. 1 run comes in, Calling coming in to score, and that is going to be a 2 RBI single here on the way for Drew Schwab and the Tommies are down by 1. And then Drew Schwab will scamper to second base, as well as there was no time ever called, and she gets the extra 60 feet. So Colleen comes in to score. Andy comes in to score. Workin goes first to third. Schwab gets on board with a single and then will take second, as time was never called. So smart running there by Drew. And the Tommies now have the go-ahead run at second base. This will be out of the zone on the way here to Kaya Hurst. 2 RBI single on the way here. So Workin stands at third. Hurst 0 for 2 here at the plate. A base knock to tie to potentially take the lead here for Thompson. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed, now 1-1. Batter number 7 to the plate here for Thompson, the most that they have against Savacool. 9-1 and 2 batters for Renville County due up in the bottom half of the fourth. 1-1, jammed, popped up to the third baseman Offworth, who gloves it to retire the side. But the Thompson Tommies plate 2 runs across here in the fourth inning, and we have a new score. It's Thompson down by 1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning on YourLiveEvent.com.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Bottom of the fourth inning, we go after Thompson again. Able to get that big 2 RBI single with 2 outs there by Drew Schwab to cut the deficit now down to 1. Thompson, 2 runs in the inning, 3 hits. There was 1 error with 2 runners left on base. Thompson left 6 runners on so far, but they cut the deficit down to 1. As Renville County will be coming up to the plate here. Renville County will be sending their 9-1 and 2 batters in a game that's 56 minutes old today here from Jamestown. This one will hop the catcher. Reminder, Arctic Enterprises of Hillsboro thanks you for your business as the planting continues when you get back in the fields to finish your spring planting. Arctic Enterprises reminds you to be safe, and if you did finish your planting, well then contact them if you have any planting questions regarding your planter at 701-636-2119. Arctic Enterprises of Hillsboro. 2 balls and a strike upcoming here to Macy, who drew a walker last time up. That was against Drew Schwab in the circle. 2-1 is going to be hit up the third base line. That'll go foul at 2-2. Still to come today here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll have all of game day number 2 of the softball tournament for our audio-only broadcasts. The 2-2. We'll do it again as this one is fouled back. Mayport CG Delax Burlington a half hour after this game concludes. 4 o'clock gets our first semifinal with Central Cass and Beulah, the Miners, the defending champs, and then we'll get to Kindred Richland and Velva Drake Adamoose after that. This one is popped in the air. That'll go to short left field. Nice job by Hurst, taking a couple back stops, able to make the catch. Pop out to the shortstop here, and there's 1 down in the bottom of the fourth inning. Addison Mock 0 for 1 with a walk back in the second. She was stranded at first base, part of that double play. Swung on and missed, now 0-1. As we alluded to earlier, 4 runs in the inning for Renville County back in the fourth. The 0-1, that'll miss, now 1-1, but that double play from Workin to Hendrickson to get Nevaeh Jutinen out at home on a fly out as the 1-1's going to be hit, and that's going to be through for a base knock here for Addison Mock. As Renville County will have their runner aboard here in the fourth inning, but that was a large double play because that would have made it potentially 5 runs across and maybe even more. Instead, you limited the damage to 4, and it's still just a 1-run game now here for Thompson at the moment. Renville County, this is a dangerous part of the lineup at the plate. Taya Offworth, first pitch swinging this one, Juning out to left. There is going to be Calling with the catch. Calling did a good job, taking a couple steps. 1 pitch, 1 out here to Offworth. The ball was hit awfully well, but now it will be 2 down here with Ginger Savacool. Savacool hit that fly ball into center. That was the double play with Workin
as we were alluding to earlier, so far, 2 at-bats, 2 flyouts to center. The runner will stay put this time with Addison Mock, and Savakul takes a ball. Thompson are running the second, 2 runs in the top half here of the 4th. Renville County all 4 of their runs in the second inning as it's now 2-0. For the Tommies, bottom of the 4th, they will be sending Cindy Schwabe with Kurtz and Hendrickson, the 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate in the top half of the 5th. Here's a 2-0. The zone now 3-0 with Marley Henry, the catcher, due up next here for the Mavericks. Also will be batting from the left-hand side of the plate. 3-0, 4-pitch walk. First free pass for Schwabe in the circle here, and the Mavericks now have runners at first and second. As you have Marley Henry 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored back in the second inning. Courtesy runner coming on here for Renville County. As this would be Jaden Graff coming on here for the Mavericks. So again, Jaden Graff, the junior, courtesy running on the way there for Ginger Savakul at first base. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This will get by the catcher Hendrickson, which will allow the runners to move up. So Mock gets to 3rd, while Graff gets to 2nd on the YO pitch. And now the Mavericks trying to get a couple runs across and answer here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0, that'll miss. Now 2-0. As Hendrickson will come on and talk it over here with Cindy Schwabe in the circle. Inning started with a pop-out, a single by Addison Mock, a fly-out by Taya Offworth to left, a walk by Savakul, courtesy run for Graff. Now it's 2 balls, no strikes here to the number 4 batter in Henry. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike at 2-1. 2-1 offering in there for a strike, now 2-2. So since Hendrickson went out there, I'll talk it over with Cindy. 2 consecutive strikes, the 2-2. Popped up opportunity here for the third baseman, Kurtz, chasing, but about another 1.5 feet she needed of real estate to maybe make a play on that one, as that one goes in between the third base dugout and the batting cages here up the left field side. The 2-2. Now 3-2. Didn't miss by much there. Henry did not swing. Here's the payoff pitch upcoming for Schwabe. 3-2, that'll miss. Second walk of the inning. Bases are loaded, still 2 down. And the gal who hit the 2-run homer will come up to the plate here with Carson Lautenschlager. Lautenschlager with a 2-run homer and a single here today with 2 runs driven in. Well, on the opposite side, if you're Thompson, you're 1 out away from getting out of the bases loaded jam. That'll be in there for a strike at 0-1. Batter number 6 of the inning here for Renville County. Here's the 0-1 offering. This will be lined. That'll be down for a base hit. 1 run comes in. Second run from second base, and Graft will come in to score as well. It's a 2 RBI single by the junior center fielder Carson Lautenschlager, and the Mavericks take a 6-3 lead. So Addison Mott comes in to score. Graff on the courtesy run comes in. Henry goes to second. And now Renville County gets those 2 runs back here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Olivia Ogard has reached base twice, a single and a walk, swung on and missed. Now it's 0-1. This will be hit on the ground to the second baseman, Drew Schwab. Schwab goes over to first to Olson. That'll be 4-3 on the put-up. But Renville County gets the 2 runs, as we alluded to, back here as we head to the top of the 5th. It's 6-3 Mavericks on YourLiveEvent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
To the top of the fifth inning we go. Renville County 6, Thompson 3 here on YourLiveEvent.com, as you will have Cindy Schwabe with Marley Kurtz and also Fiona Hendrickson due up here, the 4, 5, and 6 batters upcoming for Thompson. Tommy's able to get 2 runs across the last time they were at the plate. We'll see what they can do here in the fifth against Savacool. Savacool delivers a strike. It's now 0-1. Schwabe with a single her last time up and a stolen base in the third. She was left stranded at second. Here's the 0-1 offering here for Savacool. This will be bunted, but all the way back to netting, now 0-2. Savacool so far 4 innings of work, 5 hits, 2 runs. Both of those were earned, 3 walks with 8 strikeouts here in the circle for the Muskrats. The 0-2 upcoming. Popped up, and this one will be out of play. And we'll keep it again at no balls and 2 strikes. Thompson baseball playing later today. Head coach Nate Solis and the Tommies. Game was scheduled to get underway at 4:30 from Jack Brown Stadium for the state semifinals as they go up against the Black Sox of Cheyenne, New Rockford. Greg Grenz on the call here on YourLiveEvent.com. 0-2 will be in the dirt. Make it 1-2, and then the winner of that game will play either the 2 seed of Central Cass or the 3 seed of Grafton in the championship. So the 1, 5, 2, and 3 all still alive in baseball. 1-2 going to be fouled, and we'll do it again. Well, the number 1 overall seed in softball yesterday, Mayport CG, got upset by Valva Drake Anamoose 2-1. It's the first time ever in the State B softball tournament that the number 1 seed lost in the quarterfinals. So the highest seed remaining 2 and 3 again with Central Cass and Beulah, and then Kindred Richland the 4. As this will run in at the knee and miss, now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the way here to the number 4 batter. Schwabe doing a good job battling here after getting 2 strikes with Savacool. 2-2 pitch out of the zone, works to count full to now 3-2. For Savacool, first 3-2 count since she saw Warkin late in the 4th. 3-2 pitch, that'll run in, and Schwabe gets aboard. 4th walk of the game for Savacool, and the Tommies will have Marley Kurtz at the plate, 0 for 2 so far here in this one. For Thompson, as the score holds right now down to their final 9 outs. So trying to have productive outs moving forward here, knowing that you're down by 3. This will miss out of the zone, now 1-0. As the clouds continue to kind of keep on rolling in and provide some shade here for those in attendance here in Jamestown. Here's the 1-0 offering. This will be hit on the ground right back to Savacool, bobbles it, regains her fielding there and throws out Kurtz. It is, as we alluded to, a productive out regardless, 1-3, as Schwabe will go to second base with 1 down. Fiona Hendrickson with a walk. Then Gemmel came in to score for her in the second on the courtesy runner after the hit by Claire Calling. Struck out her last time up swinging after working the count to 2-2. First pitch swinging, hit up the first base line, foul, now 0-1. Thompson coming into this game, 17 wins and 9 losses, while Renville County sits at 19-4. So a win here today for the Mavericks would get them to win number 20 of their campaign of the 2024 season. Here's the 0-1. Be fouled again here by Fiona, now 0-2. Still to come on our post-game show, we'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, our Arctic Enterprises feature Precision Play the Contest, and more again still to come once we get to our post-game show.
Here's the 0-2. This one will be up and an opportunity, and that'll go behind us at 0-2. And we'll do it again, so good job by Fiona. There's a couple that if they go right over the net, those in attendance here will have to bring out their mitts or possibly try to catch it in their hat or somewhere in between. As that will be the 0-2 upcoming here from Savacool. Another foul, and Fiona, 4 pitches, 4 foul balls here against Savacool. 2 went up the first base side, 2 went right behind home plate now, and a good battle from the number 6 batter in the lineup for Coach Chandler. Sydney Schwabe again stands at second. Savacool, 5th pitch to the at-bat. That'll miss and go under the glove of Henry on the pass ball, so Schwabe will go to third base here. And now you'll have a runner 60 feet away. The 1-2 upcoming. If that particular play happens again, Schwabe will be scampering for home plate. As the infield comes in for Renville County. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, and Savacool gets her 9th strikeout. That one just kind of died from the knee, went down into the zone, nearly in the dirt there. Good pitch by Savacool. And now it's to Cindy Lyson. Lyson came up in a similar situation against Beulah with 2 outs and delivered the RBI triple. We'll try to do it again here, trying to deliver the RBI with 2 outs now against Renville County. Swung on and missed, now 0-1. Lyson in the game for the freshman designated player, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout her last time up. Here's the 0-1. This is going to be popped up, and that'll go out of play, it looks like. Yes, it will, over the third base dugout where the Renville County Muskrats are standing. It's now 0-2. Higher seen is the home team, so in this game with 2 unseeded teams, they had to determine who was the home team by a flip of a coin. That's how Renville County became the home team. Thompson became the visiting team. Everybody else will have a higher seed playing here throughout the rest of the games today. Home balls, 2 strikes on the way here with Savacool in the circle. Good take on the way by Cindy Lyson. That'll be 1-2. Similar pitch to what she struck out Hendrickson on just the previous at-bat. Fourth batter here of the inning for the Tommies. The 1-2 offering from Savacool. This is going to be popped in the air, and this one will kind of tail behind the catcher, Henry. Did she glove it? No, they're going to say it hit the netting, and then that will be a strike. Henry was able to glove that one, but they're going to say it was held by the net where she put the glove and then just kind of had it between the glove and the net. Trying to like Kemp Chawasness, if you will, with a Coke bottle is what she was able to do there, but we'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Regardless, Henry nearly got Renville County out of the inning. Instead, it's a 1-2 here to Eliason yet again. And this will nearly hit her. Having to dance out of that one was Cindy, now 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes upcoming here. Top of the 5th inning, Thompson trying to at least get 1 run back and try to make it a 2-run deficit. A 2-2. That'll be out of the zone, and a really good at-bat here for Eliason. Fouled the first 4 pitches off, able to work the count full, add another full pitch. 3-2 upcoming yet again. 3-2 is going to be hit in the air. That's going to go to right, and that'll dive for the right fielder in front of Mock. It is a RBI base knock with 2 outs here for Eliason. Going the opposite way. Schwabe comes in to score, and Eliason delivers the goods. It's now 6-4. So Claire Colling will be coming up to the plate. 6-4 now, so nice job by Eliason. Again, fouling off the first 4 pitches, working the count to 3-2, and not doing much with that. Softball going the other way and able to get the RBI single. The tying run comes to the plate here with Claire Colling. Colling so far today 2 times up with 2 singles. A run driven in and a run scored here for the sophomore left fielder. No balls and a strike here from Savacool with Eliason at first. This will get all the way to the backstop, allowing Eliason to get into scoring position on the wild pitch. So Savicool seeing Thompson now score a run in the second, 2 in the fourth, and at least 1 run here in the fifth. Here's the 1-1. That'll be hit, and that's through for a base knock. That's into left. Liason takes the hard charge around third, and she will be in there. It's a stand-up bases clearing double for Claire Calling. Back-to-back hits, and the Thompson Tommies are back within 1. Just a slashing hit that went by the third baseman off fourth into left field. Liason comes in to score. Calling with her extra base hit, the first one of the contest for her, and now it's to Andy Schwab. Tying run stands in scoring position. This will be out of the zone. Now 1-0. So again, Calling with the RBI double here in the top of the fifth inning. Andy so far today with a single, stolen base, run scored. This one will tail away from her. It's now 1-1. Taking a look here at Andy Schwab with that the 1-1. This will be out of the zone again by Savicool. Chased a little bit there by Schwab. It's now 1-2. And that is what Andy is at the plate here, 1-2 again. Runner at second is Calling. We'll see if the 2-out rally can continue here for the Tommies. The 1-2 by Savicool. Swung on and missed, and Savicool gets her 10th strikeout. But the Thompson Tommies plate 2 across here in the fifth inning. Off of 2 hits, there were no errors and a runner left on base. We play 4.5 here in the Consolation Semis. New score, Renville County 6, Thompson 5 on yourliveevent.com.
Pearly Community Co-op has been serving the area producers with exceptional service and quality products since 1933. Schedule your vehicle in the shop for tires, oil changes, and small repair services. Delivering premium Senex Farm fuels and lubricants direct to your locations. Call Rob for your farm, fuel, and bulk oil, as well as transport load and contract pricing. 218-861-6561. Pearly Community Co-op, locally owned and serving you since 1933. Call 218-861-6561.
As we get to the bottom of the fifth inning, a reminder the Red River Valley Fair is upcoming. 3 weekends of fun starting June 28th through the 30th and July 4th through the 7th as well. Check out the yourliveevent.com free stage. Powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting, Inc. There's everything from Kids Day to numerous amounts of concerts with Slamabama, live entertainment, and more. For the complete schedule or tickets, go online to redrivervalleyfair.com. That, again, is redrivervalleyfair.com. Renville County, bottom of the lineup, Moberg, Jutnan, and Byrons, but this has been a good part of the lineup here as all three have gotten on board as all speed for Cindy Schwab on for her 4th inning of work in relief of Drew Schwab. Here will throw a strike to begin things off here to Jordan Moberg. 1 of 2 with a double back in the second. This is going to be popped up to the second baseman, Drew Schwab, with the glove there. And there's 1 down here in the 5th. Renville County has led throughout, but they were up 4-1, 4-3. 6-3, now 6-5 here for the Mavericks. Nevaeh Jutnan, this will be a ball miss, now 1-0. And after this game again, we will get ready for Mayport CG and Lax Burlington, Lewis and Clark, as this will go foul. Now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Cindy in the circle, and she hits this one again foul. As this goes now 1-2. 1-2 pitch upcoming to Nevaeh. That'll be in the dirt to the backstop. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Thompson Tommies trying to get through an inning unscathed here, keep it at 1 when they come back to the plate for Renville County. They were able to answer in the 4th. Can they answer again here in the 5th? This will be hit on the third base line, but foul. Now at 2-2. As Renville County, it's been the even innings that have been able to score the runs in the 2nd and the 4th. Well, for Thompson, able to score in the 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Here's the 2-2 upcoming by Cindy Schwabe. Swung on and missed, and Schwabe gets her second strikeout. 2 down here in the 5th. As now coming to the plate, here will be Macy. Byron's the freshman designated player with a walker last time up in the 2nd. This will be popped up, and that'll be a 3-up, 3-down inning as that goes to Hendrickson. First time since the first inning that Renville County goes 3-up, 3-down at the plate. We played 5. It's 6-5 Renville County as we head to the top of the 6th on your LiveEvent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Top of the 6th inning, the Thompson Tommies sending the top of the lineup to the plate here in the 6th. With Maya Workin, Drew Schwab, and Kaya Hurst here for Thompson as they trail it by a run. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Win this game, you got the Consolation Championship tomorrow, roughly at around noon hour. You lose this game, you got brunch and softball tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock here from Jamestown. Tomorrow's schedule about 10 noon, about 2 o'clock, and then the championship is slated to get underway at 5. That is the scheduled time of events, barring what the games provide tomorrow. Savakul, 10 strikeouts in the circle, 4 walks, going up against Workin here, who has drawn 2 of those 4 walks here today. Now it's going to be 1-0. Maya 0 for 1 with a strikeout and 2 walks here at the top of the lineup for head coach Matt Chandler. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll miss, now 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes here. Top of the 6th, the Thompson Tommies wearing those green tops and black pants. 2-0. White numerals outlined by black. Now 2-1. A reminder, you can check out the racetrack at Norman County Raceway in Ada. For a complete race schedule or tickets, go to normancounty.raceway.com. That, again, is normancounty.raceway.com. Here's the 2-1 offering. This is hit in the air. That's going to be into short right center field and down for a base knock. Maya Workin with her first base knock of the game. The 3rd time she's reached base, and the tying run stands at first. Good piece of hitting going the opposite way there for Workin, as now Drew Schwab, her last time up, with a 2 RBI single into right in front of Mock. Drew 1 of 2 today with 2 runs driven in. Moberg trying to play the bunt nearly halfway between first and home. Workin will stay put. So Moberg pretty much trying to take any potential bunt opportunity away here at first. It's now 1-0, and the third baseman, the same thing there. We're off for it. She's about a good 15 feet in at third. Here's the 1-0 offering from Savakul. This will be hit in the air, and that'll be in front of the shortstop. Jutinen can't make a play in time. Able to slide in was Workin. Jutinen went the short way to Zimmer. And now the Tommies have the tying run in scoring position, the go-ahead run at first base. As you will have Kaya Hurst 0 for 3 today. You could say she's due here for Thompson. Interesting decision here for Coach Matt Chandler. If you bunt to try to get those runners in scoring position or let Kaya swing away. Hurst looks to bunt, takes the bump back, and this will be a ball. So 1-0. So Drew Schwab stands at first base. Again, Workin at second. As they're going to appeal to see if she went, they'll say no. As you have Moberg again at first, trying to take any potential bunt away. And the third base in Offworth is about 5 feet in front of third base right now. So 1-0 on the count here for Savakul. Here's the bunt up the third base line. Savakul barehands it, and this will not be in time. It's an infield bunt here by Hurst. It was barehanded by Savakul, and the bases are loaded for the Tommies. Workin at third base, Drew Schwab at second, and Hurst gets aboard here with an infield single. And Coach Garrett Wable wants to talk it over with the infield. We'll break with him
on yourliveevent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Thompson has done this via the small ball variety. Put the ball in play, good things will happen. You get a single by Maya Workin, then reaching base on a fielder's choice was Drew Schwab, but that softball had some backspin on it and unable for Jutnian to really get a good glove, and then good job by Workin sliding into second base. Then Kaya Hurst gets the perfectly executed bunt up the third baseline. Savakul barehanded it, but it was a bang-bang play at first, and Hurst was able to beat the throw. Bases full of Tommies were nowhere to put Cindy Schwabe. Schwabe today has a single with a walk and a run scored. Infield comes in for Renville County. This will miss, now 1-0. We've seen teams at this particular juncture put a bunt on at particular times, but that's with first base open, not so much with bases loaded and no outs. The 1-0 offering here from Savakul. This is going to be hit in the air. That'll go to center. Launchlager will make the catch, trying to take from third. Here's the throw. Workin's in there safely. And this one will get all the way by. Drew Schwab trying to come in. She comes in and scores. And now all of a sudden, Kaya Hurst makes her way to third base. And for the first time today, the Thompson Tommies have a lead. It's now 7-6. So the sacrifice fly for Sydney Schwabe plates Workin, then the air that gets by the center fielder will allow Drew Schwab to go from second to home, and then Hurst goes from first to third. And for the first time today, Thompson plays with the lead here at 7-6. So a sacrifice fly again for Schwabe, then the air allows Drew Schwab, and give credit to Drew. She came hustling around third base to get that extra 60 feet. Looking at bunt is going to be Kurtz. Now it's 0-1. So good job looking at Matt Chandler, seeing the play in front of you, and you're going to take second to third. But once that went by both the catcher and then Savakul, Drew was hustling on in to come in to score. Here's the bunt. This one will go foul. It's now 0-2, and Kurtz will have to battle now here for the Thompson Tommies. So Marley 0 for 3, infield in, and she will try to fillet one out into the outfield here and see if Kaya Hurst can come in to score. Here's the 0-2 offering. That'll be out of the zone 1 and 2. And something that Thompson's done against Savakul, every inning they put traffic on the base pass here in this one. They plated 7 runs across. They have left 7 on base so far here for Thompson. Here's the 1-2. This one will be hit to the second baseman. Gloving that is Zimmer. Coming in to score, though, from third will be Kaya Hurst. And it's a quality at bat. The run driven in here for Kurtz. It's now 8-6. So Zimmer took the for sure out, but Thompson says we'll take the for sure run at that point and take an 8-6 contest. So the run driven in 4-3, and Thompson now has a little insurance as they lead it by 2 with Hendrickson to the plate. Swung on and missed, now 0-1. No balls and a strike on the way here to the sophomore catcher with a walk 0 for 2 here today. Hendrickson sees this one low, now 1-1. Thompson 6 batters to the plate in the inning. Started with a Workin single. Drew Schwab reached base on a fielder's choice. Kaya Hurst earned an infield bunt to load the bases, and then all 3 came in to score on the next 2 batters. This will be out of the zone now, 2-1, and going back to Workin's double play again in the second inning. That possibly could be an 8-7, 8-8, maybe a 9-8 game for Renville County, but instead able to get the double play. 2-1, that'll miss now, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike on the way here. Top of the 6th inning. Thompson right now putting a good quality inning here against Savakul. The 3-1. That'll miss, and it will be a ball as Hendrickson will reach for the second time in the fifth walk here by Savakul. We'll get a courtesy runner coming on here for the Thompson Tommies, as the courtesy runner will be Gemmel here again. As for Thompson, what this does, unless Gemmel gets retired at second base trying to catch stealing, the top of the order with Workin now it will be scheduled to come up at least one more time with the number 7 batter with Cindy Eliason at the plate. Well, that again is if Gemmel doesn't leave and try to get in scoring position, so he'll stay put. Savakul delivers a strike. It's now 0-1. No balls and a strike upcoming here to the number 7 batter, and Eliason has been awfully efficient here today. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This will be hit down the left field line. That one will dive in there for a base knock. Rounding second is Gemmel. Here's the throw by Olgard. She gets it in there. Good piece of hitting by the freshman Cindy Eliason with a double. And the Tommies now with runners in scoring position. Double on the way there for Cindy Eliason. Eliason here in this tournament, a single, a double, and a triple for the designated player here in this tournament as they bring Claire Calling to the plate. Calling a single, and a double here today with an RBI and a run scored. This one will be a strike at 0-1. 8th batter to the plate here for Thompson. Calling right now a chance to widen this game up a little bit more here for the Tommies in the inning. This one will get by the catcher. This will come in, trying to slide in. It was not foul tipped. It will be a wild pitch on the pass ball. So Gemmel comes in to score, and Thompson now takes a 9-6 lead. Eliason will scamper to third base, and now it's 0-2 here to Calling. Thompson 4 runners across here in the 6th as they take the lead here by 3. The 0-2 upcoming for Savakul. Swung on and miss, and Calling is retired, but the Tommies, 8 batters to the plate, and they score 4 runs here in the top of the 6th, and they take a 9-6 advantage as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Savakul with their 11th strikeout on yourliveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Top of the 6th inning, Thompson scores 3 runs across. First pitch swinging here is the top of the lineup for Renville County. Addison Mock is able to get aboard with a single, and the Mavericks get a runner on right off the bat here in the bottom of the 6th. Third time for Addison Mock to get on board here. That's her third. Make that the second hit for her with a walk. Now it's Taya Offworth with a fly out to left field and Calling her last time up 0 for 3 here today. Pops this one up. That'll go foul at 0-1. Game so far that's a little over than an hour and a half old here in Jamestown. As right now going right down to the final couple of outs here in this one. Renville County for this first time batting, trailing in a contest, but they get 2 batters up, 2 batters on with back-to-back singles. Offworth laces one to left, and now Mock stands at second base. As Savakul will come up now. here for Renville County as the tying run here for the Muskrats. For the Mavericks. This will miss. Now will be 1-0. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll now make it 2-0. So Renville County wasting very little time to get the tie and run to the plate here. The 2-0 pitch is going to be smoked down the left field line, but that'll go foul here at 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike here to an ever-dangerous Savakul, who has 2 flyouts today, walk, and the courtesy runner in Graff came in to score in the 4th inning. Again, the even innings have been the innings that Renville County has put runners in, as this will be a lazy fly ball out to center. Coming in and gloving that one will be Kaya Hurst on the pop-out, and there is 1 down. So nice job by Hurst. I was almost hit to Bermuda's Triangle there between Workin and Drew Schwab and Hurst. And now you'll have Marley Henry to the plate. Henry has reached base twice via a walk with a run scored in the 2nd. This will be a strike now, 0-1. And Henry has done a good job working the count twice to a full count here today for the Mavericks. 0-1. Off speed, nearly got the strike. Instead, it will be 1-1. Mock at second, Offworth at first. Here's the 1-1. Foul tip to the backstop, now 1-2. As Thompson Tommies trying to get to the 7th with the lead. Renville County trying to at least bare minimum bring a run, if not 2 in here in the 6th. Here's the 1-2. That'll be hit over Garrett Wable up the 3rd baseline foul. And we'll keep it at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The righty in the circle with Cindy Schwabe against the lefty here with Marley Henry. 1-2 swung on and miss, and Schwabe gets her 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. A big second out. Now it's to Carson Lautenschlager. 3 for 3 today with a 2-run homer, a 2 RBI single, or make that a 2 RBI single and another single. Lautenschlager has driven in 4 of the 6 runs for Renville County here today, and she'll work ahead in the count now 1-0. 1-0, that'll miss. Now 2-0. Olivia Ogard due up next if Lautenschlager can get aboard. Schwabe, 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. At the knee now 2-1. Here's the 2-1 offering. In there for a strike to make it 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes upcoming here to the number 5 batter. This is going to be hit in the air, and that's going to die in front of the left fielder, Calling. Calling will get it in quickly, and Renville County does not score. Mock will stay put at 3rd base. That one was laced out to Calling there. So Mock will go to 3rd. Offworth goes to 2nd. It's 3 singles so far here for Renville County in the inning, and the bases are loaded here for the Mavericks. Tying run stands at first. The go-ahead run at the plate. And Olivia sees this one miss for a ball. It's 1-0. Ogard today, 1 of 3 with a run scored. She had a single back in the 3rd inning. This one will get all the way to the backstop. Trying to come in to score is Mock. Here's the throw. And it's not going to be in time as Mock will come in to score. So on the Wyo pitch makes it now a 9-7 contest. As Matt Chandler is going to come out here. And coming in again is going to be Mock in the bottom of the 6th inning. And for Renville County, again, they've scored in every even inning. 4 in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th here, and then they'll have at least 1 more coming out here as Coach Chandler wants to talk it over with his infield with now runners in scoring position here for the Mavericks. We'll take a quick break as well here on your liveevent.com.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand. Rhino tested. Rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World. CarpetWorldFargo.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning, nowhere to put Olivia here as she swings through. As this will be 2-1 again for Renville County. Offworth stands at third base. Lonschlager stands at second. The 2-1 pitch. Good spot, but that'll be a little bit out of the zone now. 3-1. Thompson looking for one more out. Renville County looking to put one in the outfield. 3-1 will be a walk. This moment not the worst thing for Thompson, but again, that's at this moment. Bases full of Mavericks. Moberg with a double back in the second. She is one of 3 so far here in this one. Moberg will take a strike. It's now 0-1. Batter number 7 here for Renville County. And what this does for the Mavericks, just like we talked to Thompson, top of the lineup at least is coming up one more time here with the leadoff batter with Addison Mock. The 0-1, that was smashed to the concession stands. That'll go foul. Now 0-2. Bases full of Mavericks. Nowhere to put the junior first baseman here as Sydney Schwabe is 1 strike away. The 0-2. Off speed, hits it in the air. That one goes to Hurst, who makes the backtrack at short to retire this side. A little soft line drive. Renville County does score 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors and bases full of Mavericks here in the 6th. The new score as we head to the 7th, it's 9-7 Thompson on your liveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
As we get to our in-game update, brought to you in part by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. For the Thompson Tommies so far, Thompson has 9 runs as they have 10 hits. They have committed 1 error, and the Tommies, again in this one, have left 8 runners on base. For Renville County, 7 runs so far on 9 hits. They have committed 4 errors. In Renville County, they have left 9 runners on base. That's our in-game update, again, brought to you in part by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Here's a bunt, and this will be Andy Schwab will go from first, trying to get to second here on the throw. Was going to go into right field as Zimmer and Schwab just kind of collided almost a little bit at first base, and then it got by the runner. This one with Mock able to field it, and Andy Schwab right off the bat here able to get aboard. So for Thompson, trying to get some insurance, up by 2 here in the 7th. Back to the top of the lineup with Maya Workin to open up the 6th with an opposite field single to right. First meeting this season for Thompson and Renville County. This has been a beauty. And speaking of a beauty, what a perfectly executed bunt as that's going to roll, and then eventually go foul. You had Matt Chandler, you had the home plate umpire, you had Ginger Savicool all looking like a hawk at the softball. The question was, did it have enough spin on it to stay put? That's like trying to spin a bowling ball and just nudge it down the lane, trying to get the 7-10 split. That was about a perfectly executed of a bunt that you could have for Maya Workin, except for the last, 5 inches of that one. Instead, it will be a strike. Now it's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike on the way here. So 1-1 here as the first baseman again in Moberg is trying to take away any bunt up the first baseline. The 1-1 pitch, Workin does it again, but this one will go foul yet again. Maya has either of those bunts stay fair, she's aboard, and also the lead runner with Andy Schwab will be at third base. Instead, it's 2 fouls, and now Workin will have to battle here against Savicool. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll miss out of the zone now, 2-2. In a game that has now reached the 1 hour and 45-minute mark here today in Jamestown. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the way to the number 1 batter in the lineup here with Workin. 2-2 is foul back, and we'll do it again. For Renville County, once we get to the bottom of the 7th, it'll be their 8, 9, and 1 batters, 2 at the plates. So kind of the table setters there for Renville County. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the way here for Savacool with Andy Schwab at second base. 2-2, that'll run in at the hands now, 3-2. So good at bat here for Maya Workin, trying to get 2 bunts down. They went foul. Fouled one off just moments ago, worked the count full. This is the 3rd time that Workin has worked the count full against Savacool. 3-2 will be popped up, and this one will go out of play into almost the grandstands. And we'll keep it all over again at 3-2. It's one thing when you come to a softball game and the stands are right behind home plate, you better be ready, because a high, lazy pop-up like that goes foul, you can have a chance to make a play. Here's the payoff pitch from Savacool. Hit in the air, that'll be down the right field line. Could be trouble. This one will be off the foul ball, they will say. It was off the second baseman's glove, Zimmer, but it will be in foul territory when she had her glove on the softball. Instead, if that was a fair ball, you'd be talking at least about 1 run coming in, and Maya Workin would surely be at second, maybe even third. Instead, we'll do it all over again at 3-2. The pitch, that'll be out of the zone, and 1 at bat by Maya Workin. Savacool has 6 walks in the contest. 3 of them have been by Maya, who stands at first base. So Workin will stand at first base. Standing at second is Schwab, and Garrett Wable wants to talk it over with the infield with nobody out. We'll break with him here on your liveevent.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Top of the 7th inning, Andy Schwab able to reach base. Maya Workin able as well. Now it's to Drew Schwab here. So far for Drew, a sacrifice bunt in the 1st, a single in the 4th. That was a 2 RBI single, and reach base with a run scored on a fielder's choice back in the 6th. So we'll talk it over here, depending on what type of play that Matt Chandler wants Drew to provide. Drew going to pop this one up, and Henry will see this one. And it's a bunt that goes foul. That's caught by the catcher, and there's 1 down. As you will have Kaya Hurst now at the plate with a single her last time up. Hurst was able to load the bases back in the 6th. He'll try to do it here as well and possibly plate a run. This will go for a ball now 1-0. Hurst 1 of 4 with a run scored again. Runner at first is Workin. At second is Andy Schwab here for Thompson. One thing Thompson has done again in every inning is put traffic on the base pass here against Savacool. The 1-0. This will miss in now 2-0. Tommy's left a runner on in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and 1 both in the 5th and the 6th. This has had the feeling of a state tournament game right from the chute. Here's a 2-0. This will be hit on the ground. This will be underneath Jutinen's glove. And for Renville County, it's a catch-22. You had a chance possibly for an out, but it didn't shoot off of her ankle into short left field. So the bases will be loaded. Hurst does reach first base here in E6. And now you have Workin at second. Schwab is at third, and nowhere to put Cindy Schwabe here with a sacrifice fly her last time up. Infield comes in. This one is popped up. Who is going to call for it? The shortstop. It will be an infield fly regardless. Jutinen is able to get there, and Schwabe is retired on 1 pitch. Now it goes to Marley Kurtz. 0 for 4. She did drive in a run her last time up with a ground ball to Zimmer at second. So this will allow the infield and the outfield to play their normal distances here. And Thompson right now with bases full with 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th. Savicol sees this one. This will be a grounder to Zimmer. Zimmer lost it, and the runner will eventually just kind of stay put there, and Hurst was kind of caught in no man's land, and that'll retire the side on that one. So it goes 4 unassisted with the out. There were no runs off of no hits, 2 errors, and 3 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Mavericks able to get out of the jam, and they will come up to the plate with the 8, 9, and 1 batters here on your liveevent.com.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to all the teams in the state softball tournament, and good luck to the Region 2 champ, Mayport CG Patriots, from the Mayport CG Booster Club.
Bottom of the 7th inning here in Jamestown from Trapper Field. I'm Chase Miller with you here today. Thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast of the state softball tournament. This is just game number 1 of 6 for us today here on your live event. 3 more softball games, 2 baseball games scheduled to get underway at 4:30. As we will have the 8, 9, and 1 batters due up here for Renville County. Nevaeh Jutinen with Macy, and then Addison due up here for the Mavericks. The Mavericks obviously would like to get to the Savicol-Henry area because that means runners will be on. Thompson leads it by 2. Renville County, they score 1, and that's it. Thompson wins. They score 2. We're heading to extras. If they score 3, Renville County then would walk it off here in the 7th. Here's the 1-0 offering to Nevaeh. So far for Nevaeh, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. This one is going to be popped up, and I'll go foul. Nevaeh was out at home back in the 2nd after that throw from Workin in center field to Hendrickson. She was caught out again at home trying to tag. 1 ball, 1 strike. Also missed now 2 and 1. Two balls and a strike upcoming. The only inning that we have had yet to score a run was the 1st and the 3rd combined between these two. Otherwise, someone has scored in every inning. Swung on a miss by Jutinen. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes a 2-2. That'll miss now 3 and 2. Three and 2 upcoming here to Nevaeh. Schwabe looking for a 4th strikeout. This one will be, and it spins. Hendrickson able to field it. Are they going to say it was a foul ball, though? The home plate umpire and the first base umpire are going to come out here. As how it spun as it came in, hit the batter's box from the right-handed side, then it spun into the play. And from our standpoint, it looked fair. It didn't look like anybody touched it either from the bat or anything else. And they're going to say it's a foul ball to make it 3 and 2, and we'll do it all over again. And that's large right now as it stands, as it gives Nevaeh another opportunity. With how that one came through, it was in the batter's box, and it spun up into the first base side. Not a foul ball, but a fair ball, but instead we'll make it 3 and 2 all over again. This one is popped up and will go foul, and we'll keep it at 3 and 2. So an awfully large call right now as it stands, as the tying run again for Renville County is in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is popped up. And the third baseman, Kurtz, Schwab, and Hendrickson all trying to get there, but that came at the perfect spot, and that'll be a foul ball. Nevaeh Jutinen living on the edge right now here with a couple of fouls. And nearly one was caught, one was recorded as an out, but they called it a foul ball, and it's still a 3-2 count upcoming here with Sydney Schwabe. And Schwabe gets the strikeout, her 4th of the game, and there's 1 down.
So Nevaeh is retired. Now it goes to Macy here, 0 for 2 here in the contest. That's a strike now, 0-1. Macy able to reach base back in the second inning with a walk, and then it goes back to top of the lineup for Renville County. One down in the seventh. This is going to be popped up, a chance, but this will go out of play. And we'll make it now 0-2. So Sydney came on in relief for Drew Schwab. Right now she is on the hook for the win if Thompson can finish it out. Savacool will be on the hook for the loss. If Renville County cannot come back here in this one. Thompson with Schwabe, the 0-2. That'll miss low, now 1-2. Schwabe with a strikeout in the third, fifth, sixth, and now the seventh. Here's the 1-2. That'll miss low at 2-2. Mayport, CG, Delax, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark waiting the conclusion of this contest. Here's the 2-2. It'll be hit on the ground. That'll go to Drew Schwab. Fields it, goes to Olson at first. And there's 2 down. And Renville County is down to their final out here in this Consolation Semifinal. Mock with a couple of singles and 2 runs scored. She is so far at the plate 2 of 3 here today. 1 out is what Thompson needs, and this could be it on 1 pitch. It's popped up. That'll go to Hurst at short, and that'll do it. The Thompson Tommies able to defeat Renville County by a final of 9-7 here today in this one in a contest that goes 1 hour and 56 minutes. With the win, Thompson now 18-9 on the season. Renville County drops to 19-5. The Mavericks will play for 7th tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Thompson will improve to the Consolation Championship, where they will play roughly at noon. Our post-game show is coming up next.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line salad bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted baddest outlaws and the most powerful late models on the planet. The World of Outlaws Kings Late Models.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
As we come back on our post-game show, again, the Thompson Tommies with the win, 9-7 here on yourliveevent.com. As we'll hear from some of the particulars in this one, let's take a look at the final box score. Thompson, 9 runs, 10 hits, 1 error here in this one. For Renville County, 7 runs, 9 hits, and 6 errors here in this contest, as we will allow one of the Thompson Tommy players here to put the headsets on in a moment, as this interview again is brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. That again is dhbanknd.com.
Indeed.com as Cindy Schwabe now joins us here first up. Cindy, congratulations on the win. Let's just talk about you're down early, but you find ways to get runners on. You got runners on in every particular inning. What was working offensively for you guys here today against a really good pitcher with Ginger Savacool on the opposite side?
Yeah, she's a great pitcher. She throws hard, and we just knew that we had to get our timing down, and we were like, we have nothing to lose, so why not have good at-bats, and we did that.
Speaking of good at-bats, bottom of the lineup with Elias and Calling and Schwab as well. Obviously, Claire with a couple of singles, a double. What has she just kind of done for the bottom of the order, but also just kind of growing in her role this year for the club?
Yeah, no, any of those three could be at the top of the order. They're just as good as anyone, and they always come through for us.
And speaking of someone who came through, Maya Workin put a really good couple of at-bats, drew 3 walks today, a single, a run scored. What has she provided at the top of the lineup for you guys?
Yeah, we know she's going to get it on. That's why she came into the top of the order. And, yeah, she always gets on. She finds a way, and she battles.
Speaking of battling, your teammate there, Drew, with a big 2 RBI single to give you guys a lead there, 4-3. When you finally got, if you will, over the hump and kind of getting back to it, it was down 4-3, that was. But when you kind of get over the hump and see those plays with 2 outs, what does that do for a club?
No, that hit was awesome. I knew she was going to get on. I just saw it in her eyes. I knew she was going to get on. But, yeah, we had runners on quite often, and then we just had to break through and score them.
Final thing for you on the way here again, Sydney, in this one. What's the biggest thing you guys want to take from this game, particularly as a senior, knowing that tomorrow, will be your final time here representing the Thompson Tommies with this particular club?
Yeah, we're going to take this momentum into tomorrow and whoever we play, I guess. And we're just going to have a lot of fun because we know it's our last game together, and I'm going to miss all of them.
Hey, Sydney, congratulations on the win. Best of luck tomorrow at noon hour for the 5th place game.
Thank you.
We'll continue after this as we'll hear from Drew Schwab around the corner here on your live events.
It's the summer sale at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro. All Versamax and Cargo Max trailers at summer sale prices. Plus, you get up to an additional $250 rebate on Cargo Max trailers. Bloomfield Enterprise has the 10.5, 12.5, and 14.5 Versamax trailers. Stop by to look and purchase with large discounts, or call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. The summer sale on Versamax and Cargo Max trailers ends June 30th at Bloomfield Enterprise in Hillsboro.
As we come back on our post-game show here again with our Dakota Heritage Bank post-game show, joining us now is a fellow senior in Drew Schwab. Drew, let's just talk about the contest. You're down 4 early, but all of a sudden you guys keep chipping back. You got it to 1, and then obviously later in the innings finally took the lead in that 6. But take us through just what the resiliency of this club was able to do, putting 9 runs across against a really good pitcher in Ginger Savacool today.
Yeah, no, she's a really good pitcher. I think something that really helped us is like the confidence we have in each other and in ourselves. We know if like one's down, we'll be able to like pick each other up, and yeah, just like the confidence we have in each other and like the trust that we also have.
And speaking of the trust, obviously the seniors here with yourself, with Layla Gemmel, and alongside here with Cindy, what has it been meant to be this senior class? Have a ton of success here, at a lot of sports, but also here on the softball diamond, having a chance to go out with back-to-back wins. How sweet would that be, coming up with a chance tomorrow?
Yeah, that'd be super fun. I love our seniors. I think we're really like good together, and I think we work well together, and I think, yeah, we've made a lot of memories, and yeah.
Take us through 2 outs. You're able to shoot one to right field for that 2 RBI single. It seemed like that was kind of a catapult, if you will, to kind of get the momentum on your side. Just kind of take us through that at-bat in the middle part of the contest.
Oh, God, my only thought was do not strike out. I was like, Chandler's going to freak out if you strike out. Don't strike out.
From there, just talk about the play that you saw from obviously Workin in that double play to get out of the inning when the bases were loaded. What's kind of going through your mind particularly?
Oh, my God. I was like, yeah! It was a really big like momentum thing that I think like carried us into the next inning, and yeah, she's a really good outfielder, so I was like, boom, she's gonna get canned. So yeah.
Once you saw that one and you saw the double play, was that kind of like the shot in the arm that this team kind of needed in this game, knowing that it could have been 5 runs, maybe even 6, barring how that inning kind of went? Did that just kind of go, okay, we're settled in, we got some work to do in front of us, but let's take that moving forward for the rest of the game?
Yeah, no, 100%. That was like, I think that was the shift of the game, and yeah, so kudos to Maya.
And final thing for you, Drew, what's the biggest thing you want to see from your club tomorrow here for your final game and a chance to go 2-1 here at State?
Well, obviously a win, but yeah, just memories and a lot of laughter, like smiles and stuff like that. Yeah.
That should be good. All right, Drew, congratulations. Best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
We'll continue after this here on our post-game show.
Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand. Rhino tested. Rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World. CarpetWorldFargo.com.
As we continue here, this interview again brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. We heard from a couple of the seniors there for the Thompson Tommies with Drew Schwab and Cindy Schwabe. Now joining us now is the head coach. That's Matt Chandler. And Matt, early on in this game, it kind of felt maybe like a carbon copy like Beulah, right? You got base runners on. You just need a big hit. Well, Drew Schwab provides that big hit with 2 outs to make it 4-3, and that's after the heels of a double play with Workin in center field, able to gun him down. Bases are full. How big was that maybe as the turning point of getting your feet wet established in a game like this against a really good pitcher with Renville County?
It's 2 days in a row where we've played a complete team effort. Yesterday we couldn't knock the big one across. Today, early, we didn't have success, and Maya turns that double play in center field and get a little bit of momentum back. But I can't say enough good things. Claire had amazing at-bats in the bottom of the order. Drew has a big hit to get us back into it. We did the little things today, and I'm just extremely proud of them.
Yeah, you go through, you're down at 1 point. You get the first run of the game with Colin, who we brought up in the pregame show, and then all of a sudden it's 4-1. That 2-run homer that just kept drifting by Lautenschlager, and then all of a sudden a couple bases loaded walk. You make the switch with Cindy Schwabe. She comes in, able to do a really good job minimizing damage. But again, Drew Schwab, when you needed it, that 2 RBI single, you got down, but you came right back again. A calling RBI double, a Eliason single. What was it about the resiliency and the fight of this team, even when they were down, to keep coming back and swinging against Savacool?
There were lots of opportunities where you could see they were frustrated, and just kept reminding them, stick with what you can do. Control the at-bat to the best of your ability. And, kind of went to the bunt game there to try to get some confidence back to them, and they did their job and moved runners over, and just a complete team effort.
Maya Workin almost hit 2 perfectly executed bunts late in the game. That first one, it was you had Savacool and the home plate umpire all looking at the ball like hawks to see where it's going. But Abel, in that particular at-bat, though, she drew 3 of the 6 walks against Savacool, had a single as well. She was able to draw a walk on that particular last at-bat of the game. What did you see from Maya at the top of the lineup to be really a true table setter here today?
That she was leadoff hitter today. Went deep into counts. Did the little things. I think if the wind was blowing the other way, that's a perfectly executed bunt. But she was phenomenal at the top of the order. I mean, made Ginger throw a bunch of pitches, moved runners over.
Yep.
She was a catalyst for us up there.
Final thing for you, Matt. You got about 24 hours here between games. You'll wait to see if it's a region opponent or someone from out west, barring the conclusion of the next contest here. But what's the biggest thing, your message to the team 24 hours from now, knowing that, hey, you have a chance to send the seniors out with 2 wins and a state tournament, and try to go out with 2 back-to-back wins to close out the season here?
Yeah, it's all about our seniors. It's all about our community. It's all about us and sticking together. We're going to enjoy this, but we got one more to play. Not very many teams get to end their season on 2 wins, and that's our goal right now. And we're going to enjoy this, and then we're going to get ready for tomorrow.
Awesome, Matt. Best of luck, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning.
Thanks a lot.
That again, Matt Chandler, the head coach here for the Thompson Tommies. We'll put a bow on this one whenever you turn.
Central Cass Schools' mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community, and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
As we continue here on our post-game show, let's get to some of the finals in this one. First is our Artie Cantor Prizes feature precision play of the contest. It's the Workin double play in center field. Renville County gets 4 runs across in the second, and quite truthfully could have opened up the game with a sacrifice fly. It would have been 5 runs, 2 outs. Maybe the next batter gets a base hit. Now it's 6 or 7 in Renville County. Maybe goes away in the particular game, but they don't. That is our Artie Cantor Prizes feature precision
play the contest. We go from there now to the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That again is EnbridgeEnergy.com. Maya Workin has to be part of that. 3 walks, a run scored, a hit. She had that double play as we talked about as well, but a couple of nice plays by Claire Calling. The 1-2 combination goes 3 for 4 from the plate with a run scored and 2 runs driven in. Claire Calling and alongside Maya Workin are our Enbridge Energy players of the game. The Thompson Tommies with the 9-2 win over Renville County. Again, go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Still to come here in about 20 minutes. It'll be Delax, Burlington, Lewis and Clark, and Mayport CG. Thompson will play roughly around noon tomorrow. Renville County will play at 10 in the 7th-place game. Thompson going for the Consolation Championship. Thank you so much for joining us, and join us for the next game between the Lakers and the Patriots here on your LiveEvent.com.